What is going on, everyone? I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are watching this from the YouTube channel, make sure you smack the like button if you like what you see. Same with the Facebook page. Follow or subscribe either of those channels. Today we're going to be going over some Season 4 changes. There's a lot of things that are coming in. Today, it's more of a teaser information session that they had today with EA. I'll drop a link down below in the descriptions. So you can go and watch I think it was a 22-minute video. However, I'm going to go over the more important things that you probably want to get out of that video. So stay tuned, and we'll jump straight into it. First things first, I just want to give a shout out to our Gold Squad members. These are the members that really support me on another level by signing up to Patreon and becoming a Gold Squad member and paying a monthly subscription. If you want to join, make sure you check the link in the description. Thank you guys so much. Alright, the first point we're going to get into is the new legend. We all have been assuming that this is going to be Revenant, however it turns out that it is Forge. I will have images on the screen as I go through each point so that you can understand where I'm at and what I'm talking about. New Forge. He's confident yet humble. Forge uses his size, strength, and heavy-duty shatter gauntlets to battle his opponents into submission. Or batter his opponents into submission. His background story is that he's a former MMA champion, and he now wants to become a champion of the Apex games. So he's joining. He's also the first legend to become sponsored by Hammond Robots. If you're not sure what Hammond Robots is, that's a big part of the Titanfall universe. So I'm very interested to see what they do with the sponsorship, what that kind of means for the game, because we haven't seen anything like that yet. So I'm very, very excited to see what that entails. Because I know if you think of, say, Hunger Games, their sponsorships, in a way, they can drop them items in the game. So apparently there's going to be more on Hammond Robots to do with the map changes more specifically. So hopefully we get to see some more information on that. I believe he is going to be an offensive hero who can get into the fight very quickly, similar to champs like legends like Pathfinder or Wraith, even Octane or Bangalore, things like that. And I really believe he's going to have some sort of charge ability. This is just my speculation. I just assume with his arm, he's going to have some sort of charge ability where he can charge at them or like do a quick dash into them and knock them back. Something like that. Something to do with his big arm is obviously going to be a big part of Forge. Moving on to the next part is obviously the Battle Pass. We've got a new Battle Pass. It's called Assimilation this time. There's obviously over 100 exclusive items, including legendary skins, Apex packs, loading screens, music packs, and more. I really hope they do something a bit different this season with the Battle Pass, because I've found that the Battle Pass hasn't really improved. It has improved, but not to the extent in which I feel justifies even just the $12 it costs. We've seen a lot of useless skins, a lot of useless items, and it just doesn't feel like you're grinding towards something. It doesn't feel like you're actually earning something. Whereas other games, you actually earn things that you use in the game very often. Whereas I'm finding these battle passes to be very lackluster, and it becomes more of a chore as opposed to a reward. My favorite thing out of it is the crafting medals, so that I can choose what to buy when an event comes out. And I'm sure that's yours as well. We have a new weapon. I brought this up in my last video about the Season 4 leaks with the new sniper weapon named Sentinel. So this sniper is going to be a little bit different, going off what they said. The description for it does say, cut through your enemy's armor before they ever see you coming with this bolt-action sniper rifle. So it is a bolt-action sniper rifle. However, in the video, they were discussing how it's got some sort of charge function. The way I interpreted this is it's got like some sort of built-in choke, and it's going to obviously do more damage the longer you hold it, but you can also make the decision to let go earlier and do a little bit less damage. That's my interpretation, but we are still to see more information on it. I'm glad there's another sniper in the game. However, I don't think we needed one at this point, because we did just get the charge rifle. So I'm not really sure what they were thinking. I really would have thought that the SMG that everyone was speculating of dropping would have been a better fit, because we haven't had an upgrade to our SMGs. So more on that in the future. But yeah, look out for the new weapon. That'll be dropping day dot. One more thing that they wanted to advise us is they're celebrating, obviously, the first year anniversary of Apex Legends. So they're going to be giving us free login gifts. The first one is going to be a charm that looks kind of like a dragon. So, first week of Season 4 Simulation, anyone who logs in during that time will receive the anniversary gift, which includes a Year 1 Origami Flyer charm, a Year 1 Loyalty Badge, and 10k XP for your first match of the day. It's available each day. And this event is running from February 4 to February 11, so don't worry if you can't get on a specific day. It does go for a week, and you will get these rewards on that one day that you log in. The loyalty badge comes in 3 different flavors depending on when you took your first leap from the dropship. So feel free to flex on all your latecomer buddies. I love that. I really love that. When I first read this, I was a bit disappointed. I was like, well, why does everyone get the same reward when, for me, for example, I've been playing this game since the first day it dropped. So obviously I feel like I deserve something a bit better. I wish it was a bit more than a badge. However, that's cool enough. You can kind of flex that you've been there since day one. You're an OG. Okay, so now the big stuff, and some of the stuff that I'm most keen on is the Ranked Series 3. So there's a new series of Ranked mode. However, it's very, very similar to what we've had in Season 2, Series 2, sorry. I will have a link in the description if you want to go and look at all the details for Ranked. They're going to have 2 different splits for the season. So the first split is going to be February 3 to March 23, and this is going to be played on World's Edge. March 24, so straight after the next day, the split 2 will continue, and that'll be on Kings Canyon from March 24 to May 5. So we get a bit longer on Kings Canyon, which I'm pretty happy. I think it's a bit longer. It might be very similar. However, I'm happy with that. I do like the split thing because you'll understand when we get to the rewards. So you will get soft reset at the split, and what that means is you won't be starting on the rank that you were when you finished, which we're all used to. This is what happens in games. You get a bit of a soft reset, knocked down a little bit, and you got to work your way back up. This is just so that people fall back into their new areas, especially if you haven't played for a long time and you're at the top of Diamond. You're not going to be at that level for at least a couple of weeks. So it's a good way to get people back into where they belong. Dive Trails will be moving to a seasonal reward, but Series 1 and 2 players are grandfathered in. So they're rewarding you with a badge, obviously, on each split. So if you get to Apex Predator on split 1 or Master tier, which I'll discuss in a second, or Diamond, you will get the badge for that tier, obviously. However, if you get to Diamond again in the split 2 or the second split, you will then get an animated badge as opposed to a static badge, which I think is really cool. So this is going to promote you, making sure that you jump in on both splits and you really want to get up to the same tier that you were. Because who doesn't want more things to flex on their friends? I want to get into the new rank, which is Master tier. This is now going to be the new Apex Predator. So it's going to go your standard. When we get to Diamond, after Diamond it's going to be Master, and then there's going to be Apex Predator. The reason they're doing this is because they wanted to add in a new system where Apex Predator is now the top 500 players on that system. So now when you come up against an Apex Predator, you're going to be like real worried because you know that they're the top 500 on that system. There is a bit of a step with that, which is gonna make it really hard for a lot of Apex Predators, is you can lose your position. So if you're in the top 500, say for example you're 500th, I'm coming up in the Master tier, and I get more RP than you, I will take your spot. I will take your spot and you'll be kicked off, and you will have to grind and get above me. That's how it works. It's going to be going off whoever has the highest RP. And this is a good way to keep I guess, the top ranks in the game to keep those higher ranks still playing, because as we know, there's a lot less players in the higher tiers. And if you would have noticed, if you got up to Platinum even just last series, that it was really hard to find a game, especially for us Oceanic players. It was impossible to find a game, especially a month in. So this will be good to keep players going. So there'll be normal rewards. We're going to get similar rewards to how it always is. There's some changes coming to penalties and loss forgiveness, which it's not too much difference. Pretty much just if you leave too many times on a day, you will never get loss forgiveness for the rest of that series. Party restrictions. This is a big one. So you can now only party with players one tier different from you. This only occurs once you get to Platinum. But if you get to Platinum and your mate is in Gold, you no longer can play, just due to boosting type companies and people that just boost their friends. Nothing is changing with the RP cost at the start of a game. There is a small change to assists. So the assist timer is no longer 5 seconds, it is now 7.5 seconds, which I think is pretty good. So you have more opportunity to get that assist, which, as we all know, counts pretty much. It's just as much of worth of as a kill as it in ranked. So that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to cover today, guys. Please let me know how you feel about these changes. I'm just so glad to have some sort of information today about what's coming and what to expect. My favorite thing is ranked. That's what I'm most keen for, and I'm very excited to see what Forge can do with the game and how he's going to change the meta. Hopefully he has an ability that can one-hit any Gibraltar and knock down Gibraltar's dome shield and arm shield. That is what I hope his ultimate is, because I do not like Gibraltar. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you smack the like, drop the comments down below. I'll have a link in the description to the video if you want to watch the 20-minute video. This is probably almost just as long, but I've broken it down and explained each thing a lot better than what they do in that video. So thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video or stream. Peace out. Sorry, William, I didn't say that before. Justin coming in with the 10 stars. Thank you, Justin. Bullshit. Bullshit.